Alright, so I just got off work out here, did a little bit of detailing on the car yesterday. Actually, she's looking pretty decent, not gonna lie. Looking pretty sharp. The vinyl roof wrap, I went ahead and waxed, actually along with the entire car. I coated it with ceramic a few months ago, did like a ceramic coating, and honestly, that stuff makes it so easy to clean up the car. All the bugs just come right off the car. The wax just rubs in super smooth. You can just wipe it on, wipe it off. I missed a spot there, obviously, but I honestly can't say enough good things about that. It was like the Griots one. Every company's coming up with their own ceramic right now, but here, I'll actually show you the one I use. Just pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Let's see, mountain bike. So he's been down for a little bit since we did the last Flagstaff trip, but yeah, check out this one. This is gonna be the stuff I used. I need to buy more, but it's got the silicone and the I guess it's not silicone, it's silicate, and the ceramic. So it goes on easy because the silicate, but then it's tough because the ceramic. Whenever you do ceramic coating, it's kind of a trade-off. The silicate helps with like the shine and getting it to go on easily, but then the ceramic is the part that actually hardens and protects it. So win-win. It has I feel like it's a good amount of both. Different brands have different ratios of silicate to ceramic. I like this one. I was able to sit on my car actually during 4th of July and had my sneakers and stuff on the hood and not being careful at all because I knew I coated it. Literally not a scratch in the hood. It's pretty sweet. So I'm still having problems with my emissions because I think it's both my O2 sensors, the connectors. So I put in those new O2 sensors, did a lot of work, but I think the connectors are actually still kind of broken. Oops, didn't mean to pop the trunk. I'll actually show you what I'm talking about right here. All right, so it's kind of in the back. You can kind of see them. They're kind of a PIA to get at, but yeah, never mind. You cannot see anything from here. Okay, well, just trust me that straight down there are plugs kind of like this, kind of like the mass airflow plugs, but sturdier. And that plastic tends to break. Honestly, all the plastic on this car is breaking, which is disappointing. But you know, it's a 12-year-old car at this point, and say it looks pretty good for a 12-year-old car. Still love the way the engine bay looks, honestly. Like next to a GTR, that is gotta be one of the slickest looking engines right there. It's got the dual intakes and everything. I could replace the yellowed degas for the I think it's power steering. Yeah, and the coolant. But you know, other than that, hasn't been leaking at all since I shored up the oil leak, the transmission fluid leak, power steering leak, and the coolant leak. Basically a little bit of everything. Hasn't been leaking at all. Air conditioning's been blowing nice and cold. It's actually been it's been doing pretty great. But you know what? This car is, I feel like it's nearing its retirement age, in all honesty. I might still keep it because it's gonna be a classic. Naturally aspirated engine, rear wheel drive layout. If you look at anything they're selling nowadays, it's got a 5-speed. You don't get anything like this. I think 10 speeds, 8 speeds. I mean, they don't make them. I think the only car company that I found that was making, you know, some decent new cars was BMW, and they still have a 6-speed manuals in their M cars, and actually some of their regular cars too. It's pretty sweet. I definitely feel like they're pretty well built, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, anyway, I got the outside cleaned up. I'm gonna clean up the inside a little bit today. I'm starting my weekend now. I get 3-day weekends. It's just how it is, pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up the inside now. One of my buddies is taking his 335i, his Beamer, over to do some, what's it called? We have the cones and you go around. It's not time attack, but it's like grassroots, like racing. You guys know what I'm talking about, I think. It's not cross country. Anyway, doesn't really matter. He's gonna go do the traffic cones racing through the parking lot thing this weekend. Sounds pretty fun. There's actually a track where he's going to, so I don't know if they'll actually use the track for it, which would be sick. But as soon as I get whatever's going on with my emissions working with these plugs, because honestly, with the 2 plugs being broken, it's not at all who of me to really do anything, because my car goes into limp mode a lot unless I reset the ECU. I mean, I can leave the light on. It's not gonna do anything other than flood my cats with too much fuel, but the car doesn't, the AFRs are all out of whack without those O2 sensors working. Because on these cars, I don't know, on the older cars, there were narrow bands. On the newer cars, the upstream, like, I wouldn't say this is new, it's a 12-year-old car, but, you know, versus the 90s cars, on this one, the upstream are actually wideband O2 sensors, which is actually really great, because on the old ones, people used to put those in, but it also means that they're more expensive, and that when they break, the car doesn't know how much air fuel to ratio to run, or how much fuel to dump into the cylinders. So this thing is still amazing. I fixed the fender here where it cracked, but I want to put a Yoshi exhaust on, take off the giant ugly whale looking gold thing. I painted it just to make it kind of interesting. It was like silver chrome. It was terrible, but just in general, I just want to put a Yoshi exhaust on. Might leave the gold on the bottom pipe though, because I actually think that looks okay, but it's kind of burning off, so might just clean that off too. Bikes are so easy to work on compared to cars. There's literally, those things are so simple. You change the oil, you just dump out the old oil, throw the new oil on, everything's right there. The engine's literally, you can touch the engine all the way around. You don't have to put it on a lift and get up under it. But I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up. I want to show you another product I like to use here for detailing. It's in my detailing basket. Yes, I have a detailing basket. So, yeah, so I don't like the Under Armour stuff. I mean, not the Under Armour, the Arm & Hammer. No. Armor All. I don't like the Armor All stuff because it fades really quick, honestly, and it just looks greasy. This stuff's great. It just cleans it right up. Mothers makes a leather protectant as well. So Meguiar's and Mothers both make some really solid stuff. And then here's the new company that I found that honestly I've liked. Every product I've tried from them has been great. This stuff, usually Tire Shine, you put it on, by the end of the day it's gone. I use this stuff maybe once every couple weeks. It lasts until the next time I wash my car. It's insane. So Griot's, Black Shine, Meguiar's makes some decent interior cleaner, but yeah, that leather stuff's inside my house. So, but oh, there's leather conditioner. Maybe throw some of that on. Actually, could use it. All right, well, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, and I will film next time I go to a car meet. I tried going last weekend, and there was nothing going on. There was literally one old guy sitting in his Classic, and it was really sad, and he was just sitting there waiting for people to show up. You would sit there, and people would drive through, look, realize there was no one there, and keep going. And then, like, the motorcycles would roll through, like a crew of them. They would look, realize there was no one there, just keep going. So yeah, we just did some driving instead, did some canyon carving. It's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. I'll take that any day, so made the most of it. All right, hey, I'll catch you guys next time. Yeah, I'm gonna get started on my weekend.